Yes, my esteemed viewers around the world, I would like to welcome you back on the life-changing podcast, The Change Within. I am your host, Ivan Mbappiness. Yes, thank you so much for the subscriptions. Thank you so much for the views. Thank you so much for the comments, the positive feedback that you always give us. Yes, these are some of the things that give us the momentum to bring special people, to bring special guests, to give us more enlightenment and more life-changing ideas. Yes, for many times you've been asking me about this aspect and this topic that we're going to talk about today, and I had to get exactly the right person to talk about it. It is the aspect of confidence, and today we are going to derive into confidence and see why does someone need the confidence, why and when should you be confident, and such aspects. And today I have a guest. Is none other than Mr. MAALE NASWIBU. He's going to tell you more about himself. Yes, you're most welcome.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
As earlier introduced,
Yes.
my name is MAALE NASWIBU NSEREKO.
Yes.
And I'm here as the Guild President to IUIU Kampala campus.
Yes.
IUIU standing for Islamic University Uganda. First of all, before we maybe unfold the topic we have today,
Yes.
I have to say that it is such a pleasure. It's such a pleasure hosting me, and I can't wait for how the conversation unfolds.
It's going to flow.
Yes, please.
Yes. And thank you so much for also accepting the invitation.
How would I turn it down? Thank you very much. as well.
Yes. So, Mr. MAALE NASWIBU,
Yes, please.
today we are going to look at, first of all, congratulations upon winning.
Thank you very much. Thank you for the prayers.
Yes.
Thank you for the advice.
Yes.
Here and there. None of those went unnoticed. That's what
Yes.
I can say.
Yes.
Yes, thank you very much.
You are most welcome. Yes. So, Mr. MAALE, today we are going to look at the aspect of confidence.
Yes.
Yeah, confidence is one of the things that people talk about. It's one of the virtues that people talk about, and it is something that we need on a daily. But it is some aspect that people don't really know well, and they really need some clarifications about confidence. So, in your understanding, how would you define confidence?
Well, thank you. It's quite an interesting topic
Yes.
to discuss about. And well, to start with that question,
Yes.
we first of all need to differentiate confidence and self-esteem,
Yes.
because confidence are the building blocks to self-esteem.
Confidence are the building blocks to self-esteem.
Yes.
Yes.
Confidence is that self-belief and trust you have in yourself that is generated through a given ability that
Yes.
you've developed.
Yes.
Because confidence is a skill. It is not something that we are born with,
Yes.
but rather it is that repeated effort to improve ourselves in a given area that we turn out to be confident.
Wow.
So when you're confident in A, B, C, then your overall result is your self-esteem being good.
Being good.
Because self-esteem comes as the self-worthiness. Yes. Now, to talk about confidence deeper, as I've earlier said, it is that self-trust.
Yes.
And there is a theory I can share with you. It's called the backward theory.
The backward theory.
Yes. And the backward theory says that the more we push, is the more we fall away.
The more we push is the more we fall away.
We fall away.
Yes, I know.
For instance, if it is swimming, the more we fight floating,
Yeah.
it's the more the water sinks us.
Yeah.
For the relationship bit, the more we chase for partners,
Yes.
it's the more they repel us because they can smell that urge.
Yes.
If it is money, the more we stress and think about money, it's the more we put ourselves in that poverty state.
Yes.
And basically the poverty state. Now, the root word to confidence is trust.
Trust.
Trust that much as things are not going well, I'm going to make it.
Yes.
Not worrying about the money. Trust. Actually, if you've seen someone that floats on water,
Yes.
it is when you do nothing
And you feel
that
free.
water brings you back. Not the many times you fight.
Now,
So confidence is trust.
What if it brings you back at the time when you've already drowned?
And not really. If you learn to trust yourself while in the water,
Yes.
actually, I'm a very good swimmer.
Yes.
It always brings you back
Up.
Yes. So confidence is trust.
Mm.
Again, to break down confidence, I'm going to break it down in two aspects.
Yes.
One, the first aspect is that there is a type of confidence that we get out of, I think that's another question, but that is confidence. At that. It is trust.
Wow.
In
So
your
now,
own
Miss.
personal abilities. Yes, please.
So, Mr. Male.
Yes, please.
So, talking about confidence and how you've described it.
Yes.
So, are there any confidence types that someone needs in their life?
Well, yes. Yes. On that very question, there are two categories I'm going to share with you today.
Yes.
The first category, let's break it down in three types of confidence. Generally, if you look around, people have their confidence attached to things,
To material things.
to material things.
Yes.
Because they now drive, because they now have a house, and it's in a way generates confidence.
Yes.
Now, what happens when the things are away? Even the confidence is shaken.
Yeah.
Now, from things, the things we get are out of our abilities. Let's look at a football player, at a musician.
Yes.
Now you are feeding on your ability to get the things, and then you end up being confident as
As an
well again.
individual, yeah.
But now we are looking at a footballer whose leg gets broken.
Yeah.
Now the ability is gone. So the confidence is going with the ability as well.
Yes.
Now, the third type of confidence, which I regard to be the most impactful, is the confidence we have within.
That comes from within you.
Within.
Yes.
And I think this incited me when I had the theme of the podcast.
Yes.
Change from within.
Exactly.
So the confidence that we should all fight for is the confidence that is generated from within
Ourselves.
And the only way that can stop prevailing is after maybe death has come. And then if now the other categories of confidence, again, if I can break it down into four, there is confidence because you know you can.
Yes. Confidence because you know you can.
You can and feel you can.
Yes.
Now that is good confidence.
Yes.
There is a second one, confidence because you know you can.
Because you know you can.
But feel you can't.
But feel you can't.
That is low confidence. There is confidence, you know you can't.
You know you can't.
But feel you can.
But feel you can.
Now, people could confuse that for confidence. But that's being egoistic.
Egoistic.
Yes. And this has driven so many young people into situations that they regret. And then the last category of confidence is when you know you can't and feel you can't. Now that's maturity.
Yeah.
It is confidence in a way that as we've come on this show, you could ask me, can you do that? I tell you, no, I can't do that. And I even don't feel like I can do that.
It is not part of you.
Yes, it is confidence, but people might not realize. For me to stand boldly and tell you, no, I can't do that.
Yes.
And I don't feel like I can do
Yes.
that. Now, because of that type of confidence, you can know what to do to help you.
Yes.
Unlike me knowing I can't, but I feel like I can.
Yes. And then you come and buffer.
Which we called ego.
Yes.
So with those two breakdowns, the two types of confidence that I think anyone out there might need is you knowing that you can and feel you can.
Exactly.
And then the first one was we generating our confidence from within us.
Exactly.
Not material things, not on our abilities.
Yes.
Ability, to give an example on that, I don't know, I do believe you've interacted with a couple of musicians.
Yes, yeah.
The musician you meet on stage is completely different from the musician you meet at home.
Yeah.
Because you are just traumatized how humble this person is. yet the person you last saw on stage was someone else.
Someone very, very different.
Now this person has been detached from their ability.
Yes.
So is their confidence. So at that point when they leave stage, many of them, even their confidence is compromised.
Yes, and it's there.
Yes.
Wow. So talking about confidence.
But maybe again, if you look at a few musicians that have even worked on their confidence even before their ability.
Yes.
I can pick out maybe A-Pass. He's one person that projects his confidence even when not carrying out his profession.
Yes.
So I think that is the type of confidence that
everyone needs. Wow.
Thank you very much.
Yes. So growing up, we had, we growing up from our families and then also from school.
Yes.
You could see that some of us, like, confidence was like, we didn't have the same level of confidence. Like, you could see that this is the same kids who are participating in sports. You could find out that even they are the same kids who could again participate in the elections, who could participate like in leadership. You get it? So, and then you draw it back and see that this comes like from the upbringing, how a child or how a person is brought up from their home. So, Mr. Naswibu,
yes, please.
So can you tell us a way how our upbringing
affects our confidence
levels?
First of all, just with the way you've asked the question, in it is an answer. But maybe to draw more light to that, some people have not realized that most of the times we have two environments from which we are raised. There is an environment where if you commit something or if you do something wrong, you are the problem. And there is an environment where if you do something wrong, you've brought a problem at home.
Yeah.
Or you've now caused a problem at home. Now, as children raised in these two different perceptions of life, of course, even outside here, we are two different people. Because growing up as a child, you need to be raised in the hands of people who realize that by that age bracket, all that is expected out of you is exploration.
Yeah.
Is playing. In fact, a child 10 years and below, if you found them seated, it would raise worry. You get. So our background being tied on the fact that whenever we did something wrong, we ended up being the problem.
Yeah.
That is a different person being raised, and also a background where we committed something wrong, it became a problem for everyone.
Yeah.
So when I break a glass at home, I will be free to explain myself to my dad that actually my hands were wet. And then my dad will tell me maybe next time, first dry them up.
Yeah.
So this is going to be the approach I'm going to have even on different other aspects in life. That when I come late to work, I have a reason, much as it is justifiable.
Yeah.
On my way it rained. But someone who has been raised in a background where anything wrong, you end up being the problem. Even when I come late for work after it has rained, I'll know I'm the problem. And I won't even be able to express myself.
And also explain yourself.
To maybe also concretize on that very point, I have interacted with a few directors in a few schools that I can't mention here. And I've realized that in some schools, it is forbidden for a student in primary 3 and below or primary 2 and below to fail.
To be the last.
They are all passing.
Yes.
And the hidden importance in this is that it is too early for you to introduce a child as early as primary 2 to failing.
Yes.
There is something that you implant in this young child that they can grow up with.
Yes.
So a child in baby class, top class, they should be passing. So that there is that confidence that grows up in them, that even by the time they grow up to realize good and bad, good results and bad results, they have the best point to say, but I was bright back then, what happened?
Yes.
But if you start at a younger age, such as primary one, and
That's right.
someone is judged dense,
Yes.
this is something they can learn to grow with and accept. And who knows how far they live believing they are dense.
Yes.
So
Wow.
the background can be that sensitive.
Yes.
With how-
By the way, to also like add more on that,
Yes.
you know, most of us, the millennials,
Yes.
we grew up in such environments whereby even a parent or a guardian or a teacher at school could just tell you that for you are stupid. You get it? And then it could, you know, there are those words that keep ringing a bell in your head.
True.
You get it?
True.
And there is also an age gap. It is said that scientifically it's said that from 1 to 7, the things that you do from 1 to 7 years,
Yes.
those are the things that impact you for the rest of your life.
Of your life.
So now you realize that even the words that we speak to the children, or the words that were spoken to us, they also carry. We also move on with them, and then they become like parts of us. So this is one advice. This is one piece of advice that I would give to current parents out there, also guardians out there. The words that you tell these children, the words that you tell other people, they either make them or they break them. So let us be very, very critical of the words that we say and also how we say them. Yes, so Mr. MAALE NASWIBU,
Yes, please.
talking about confidence, you realize that someone can be confident in themselves. That, you know what, I know I can do this, just like the way you've explained in the previously. So, but there is also an aspect of pride. You get it? So how does someone differentiate between being confident and then being proud? Because many people have fallen, we've seen many kings, I can call them kings. Kings fall because of the aspect of pride in their life. So how does someone now differentiate between being confident and then being proud? Yeah.
I think for that particular question, even when you read books, when you follow and watch a few inspirational talkers on YouTube,
Yeah.
I don't know, they don't give me what I need from that. People have made pride and confidence seem more like the same, but I think it is something that we can easily differentiate.
Yeah.
Confidence is that self-trust, the self-belief you have in your abilities
Yes.
to achieve. But rather than pride, is that self-satisfaction that develops in you after you've achieved
Something.
So this is confidence,
Yes.
this is achievement, this is pride.
Pride.
So in between them, what stimulates the two is achievement.
The achievement.
Because confidence, you need this to achieve in life.
Exactly.
Pride is what develops in you as a sense of satisfaction after you've achieved.
Yes.
Now, it is why in most cases, actually, pride is much more known for being a bad
Negative thing. Yeah.
because how we act after we've achieved.
Yes.
Though in my understanding, I think it is okay to be proud in your efforts because no one knows the journey. Now, the moment it is past you, and then you think everyone needs to understand
Yes, that you've done
what
something.
this achievement means to you.
Yeah.
Now that is when pride starts going wrong.
Yes.
Because what you call an achievement at your level is a status.
Yes.
On someone. And it would be best fit if you kept that to yourself. Now,
How I wish every person could understand this.
yes.
Yeah.
So I think that is pride and confidence
Yes.
at their levels. Actually, pride, again, it's in a way that most times we get to know the true colors of someone after they've achieved.
Something.
If you want to know my true colors,
Yes.
test me with money, and then you will realize much as he got the money,
let me test you with the leadership. Now that you've now become the guild president.
Now I have achieved.
You
the
have
position.
achieved. Yes.
Now pride comes in.
Yes.
Am I busy all the time?
Yes.
Or I can spare time?
Yes.
I spared time.
Yes, to come
while
and
campaigning.
Yes.
So I think now this is when pride comes in. And then confidence was what I needed the most.
Yes.
Before acquiring the office.
Exactly.
Because now I was a verbal hawker. Every other day ngantembea chigambo.
Exactly.
It called for confidence.
Exactly.
And at that level, pride wasn't something that I was worried about. Because
Exactly.
what was it that I had achieved for pride to be anything that I'm worried about? Now I have achieved the office. I have an office. I have privileges that come with it.
Yes.
Now pride comes.
You have a council.
Yes. So do I feel like I've achieved everything now? Because someone could actually feel like they've done it all after they've acquired this office.
Yes.
And then pride drives them astray. So that is my understanding of those two terms.
Of pride, of confidence and pride.
Yes,
wow, that's a very, very wonderful understanding, because honestly, these are the things that people really need to hear. These are the point. So like in your perspective, pride is a reward.
That self-satisfaction.
That self-satisfaction you feel.
Yet confidence is that self-belief.
The drive.
The drive.
Yes. Wow. So speaking about confidence, Mr. Male,
yes,
was there any moment in your life, any moment in your life where you felt like you were low of confidence, and then you are like, oh man, I feel like I can't do this. I feel like I'm not good at this. I feel like I'm not worth at this. Was there any moment in your life when you were short of confidence, and how did you maneuver it? What tactics did you employ to maneuver over it?
I wouldn't be honest if I tell you, even right now as we speak, such moments don't exist. They do exist.
Yes.
And what tells the difference is, first of all, you realizing that this is my problem, and it's because of this problem that maybe I turn out to be less confident.
Yeah.
But direct to your question, because you've asked back then.
Yes.
Back then, one of the scenarios that I went through was as a child, I used to stammer a lot. Little did I know that actually the stammering was much more brought because of me being a very quiet individual.
Yeah.
I'm one person that would sit in a group of 10 for an hour and say nothing, but rather just appreciating what people are saying, and I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
And I stammered a lot, and because of my stammering, even when I felt like I had to say something, I would be worried of how I'm going to deliver it.
Yeah.
And then I ended up being invisible, and of course, as being invisible, your confidence is also played with.
Yeah.
Till one day, a friend of mine called Sendagire Hamza, back then in primary, tasked me and told me, you know what, I'm out of debaters. No one is on my side. Come and let's debate together. And in my heart, I'm like, of all people, it's me you're calling to debate with you, because I knew I couldn't speak. But it is from that point that a spirit in me grew, that I can actually defend my point before people.
Exactly.
And I started working on that cause of my low confidence, even unknowingly. From debating to now meeting people and giving them my opinions, because I had tried it out before even an entire class, and nothing happened to me. And before you know it, what seemed to be a problem, because most of the confidence issues we have are not just independent. It has something attached.
Exactly.
It could be finances, and not until the day you stand up and realize my issue to feel low confidence within my circles are my pockets.
Yeah.
Let me work on it. Even before you start getting the money in your pockets, just the fact that you know there is something you're working on, it's going to empower you.
Exactly.
And then you feel confident. So I think my lowest moments in high school, in primary school, were my inability to express myself.
Yes.
And when I faced that challenge and worked on it, your life got better in my school,
in your school,
in my early school stages.
Yes. Wow, that is so nice and impressive because you are able to know what was going wrong.
Yes.
And then you are also able to come up with a feasible solution to it. So now, Mr. MAALE, you are a leader. You are a good president that leads thousands of students at your university. So, what role does confidence now play in leadership?
I don't know. Sometimes there is no direct answer to a problem.
Exactly.
But this is one of the things I believe leadership feeds on the most. And that's confidence. There is a saying by Jacob Olanya. He was at the UN? I don't remember so well, but he was out there. And at the conclusion of his speech, he made a story.
Yeah.
So he says a little boy lit 4 candles, but they went burning out.
Yeah.
The first candle was peace.
Peace.
It burnt out. Now, when the other candle realized peace had burnt out, it also said, I have no reason to stay burning.
Exactly.
It also burnt out. That was love. Now, when the third candle realized the 2 had gone down, it also went down. And that was the kind of faith. Now, by the time the little boy comes into the room, there was 1 candle lighting.
To his surprise.
Yes. And the boy is like, I lit you candles to light the world.
Yeah.
And this 4th candle tells the young boy, but I'm still burning. You can use me to light this.
To light up these other candles.
And this candle was the candle of hope. The candle of hope. And the custodians of the candle of hope are the leaders.
They are the leaders.
People have love, people have peace, people have faith. But after everything has failed, who protects the candle of hope is the leader. You get my point?
I feel you.
So, and there is no way you can project hope as a leader if you're not confident.
Exactly.
Because as a leader, back at my institution, it's not that I'm the brightest.
Exactly.
That would be a very big lie. It's not that I'm doing off well than everyone.
Yeah.
That is a lie. But it is because I stood out as one that had a vision, aspirations that brought up hope in everyone. And after everything has failed in the institution, it should be my office that stands to tell them, no, we can achieve this.
Exactly.
But the shield of that hope is confidence.
Yes.
I want you to look at a leader who you bring a problem to and right into their face is nervousness.
Exactly.
Your hope is killed.
Yeah.
Right as you open their door.
Yes.
And you see them quaking. Because
faith,
they are nervous.
Their faith is killed.
Yes. So confidence is very, very, very important. And maybe on that particular point, there is a quote that says, people would rather listen to a confident idiot than a nervous expert.
First, please, you first mention that again.
Yes. I said people.
Yes.
Now I'm speaking as a leader because you asked how leadership connects with confidence.
Yes.
People would rather listen to a confident idiot than a nervous expert. So that has got hidden meaning, but it is concretizing how important confidence is in the journey of any leader.
Exactly.
Yes, please.
Yeah, be it even in sales.
Yes.
You get someone can come with something. Let's say that it's even off trend.
Yes.
You get. But if I told the person who is marketing it is confident in what he's saying, it can even make you buy that.
Definitely.
It can make you buy that. Yes. Unlike someone, an expert, even having like something that is on, something trendy.
Yes.
if I told they can't express them, if I told they can't express themselves well,
for you to be
convinced, you may end up not buying that trendy one and end up buying something from the other one just because of how they have expressed themselves. Yes, so thank you so much, man. You guys, I'm loving the light that is coming out of you.
Thank you.
Yes, I'm loving the light that is coming out of you, and I'm also loving the fact that you are now that candle of hope that the people, the people that you lead, really need.
Thank you.
Yes, so about that, there are many scenarios. You know, some people, there are people we look at and you'll be like, that guy used to be confident, used to be well. You get it? I don't know what happened to him. By the way, that's what they say. I don't know what happened to him. He used to be very well. Yeah? I really don't know what happened to him. So, are there any which kinds of scenarios in life really bring about such cases of people finding someone who was very full of confidence to now their overall confidence powering out? So, are there any case scenarios that you know that wipe out people's confidence?
Well, first of all, like we did start, I told you there are people who have their confidence attached on things.
Yes.
And there are people who have their confidence attached on their abilities.
Yes.
And after the abilities have faded away, after the things have been taken by the banks, the only option they have is to hide.
Yeah.
And we have people who we locally say, abatakiza films that even after everything has gone down, they will still stand up. I don't know if people realize there was a time when she was called Nadia Mkazi. Now the other lady, was it Ajat Madin?
Ajat Madin and Lugos.
Yes. There was a time when everything, the celebrity stature, everything collapsed. And the confidence in her kept burning. And I think she opened up a tomato store.
Yes, I remember it was in Rubaga side.
Yes.
Yeah.
And this got so many people moved that even the Lord Mayor had to carry himself and go witness this.
Yes.
So this is what we are saying, that confidence from within can never cease.
Exactly.
Because other scenarios that bring about the reduction in our confidence levels would be facts such as fear to fail. You get my point. How are people going to judge me after I fail?
Yeah.
But a confident person is a person who goes in, they could even have an idea of the results, but they're like, I'll be okay.
Yeah.
So fear to fail reduces so many people's confidence. There is a problem of procrastination. That tendency of always postponing things. As you are invited for a podcast, in between the way, you're like, but things might not go right. And then all you are receiving next is a phone call. I have a patient in the hospital. And then I've diverted from the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
So that is going to put me in a state of low confidence because I have never come on a podcast to realize this is how good I am, this is how bad I am, and then I think this is how I need to improve way on and forth.
Yeah.
So the behavior of procrastination has kept so many people with low confidence. There is a common tendency of now with these social media handles. They've breeded a spirit of comparison in so many young youths today. And because we tend to compare ourselves with other people, we tend to feel like we are misfits, we are not doing enough. Yet there is so much that these people do behind the curtains that you can't see.
Yeah.
And also, even some of the people we are comparing ourselves with are of age.
Yeah.
They've achieved what you're seeing as big over a lump sum of time. So comparison becomes a very big problem. We have a problem of perfectionism. Some people are perfection freaks. And every time he's supposed to do something, they feel like they've left something out.
Yeah.
And there is no way you can be perfect in each and everything you do. And remember, every time you fail to do something in your life, you can never know your position in life.
Yeah, exactly.
And every time you have no ground in life, that is how you end up being not confident.
Wow.
Yes.
So,
And so many other facts
And
that
so
maybe
many other
because of
factors.
time I can't.
yes, you've talked about procrastination. I
Yes.
remember I just gave you a call,
Yes.
and then immediately you told me that when should we do this? I love that in you.
Yes.
You didn't tell me that that I'm busy. You didn't tell me that I have a lot of responsibility, this and this and this.
Yes.
But you just told me that when should we do this? You get. So I think this is one virtue that, my dear viewers, that we should embrace. You get, because honestly, procrastination, there is nothing you will do in your comfort. Nothing will happen in your comfort.
True.
Yes, and then the more you procrastinate stuff, the more you say that I'll do this the other day, the right time most times will never come for you to do the right thing. So, Mr. Naswib, having shared that,
Yes.
so what has confidence won you? And then what are those things that you would have lost, or what are the things that you can lose once
If
you are
I'm
not,
not
if you are not confident?
Confidence wins you these particular things.
Yeah.
Because over time I've come to realize that wealth and success
Yeah.
is a discipline.
A discipline.
And discipline are principles. So wealth has got its disciplines and principles. Self-belief,
Yes.
persistence, motivation,
Yeah.
decision making. How firm are you in the decisions you make?
You make, yeah.
Do you look like you doubt your own decision, or you actually even stand by it in the eyes of that person you're making that decision with?
Yeah.
But do you realize behind all these values I've broken down, the mother to all this, the backbone is confidence.
Yes.
It's confidence. Because there is no way you're going to be motivated to wake up, run one podcast,
Yeah.
the second podcast,
Yes.
regardless of the views, much as you're doing very well.
Thank you
Actually,
so
guided
much.
by the time you are in the industry, you're doing very well.
Thank you so much.
There is no way you're going to be motivated if, first of all, you're not confident
In what you're doing.
in what you do. There is no way you're going to keep resilient each and every other time if you're not confident. There is no way you're going to be a good decision maker if you're not confident.
Exactly.
And after you've been confident and you've brought all these values to yourself, then achieving becomes a story for another day.
Wow.
Yes. So where confidence lacks and we have nervousness, we have everything, so meaning even these other values are being dropped.
Exactly.
And there is no way you're going to win a deal if you can't stand by your decisions.
Exactly.
Yes. So I think confidence can win you those values, the values that elevate you to seeing achievements coming.
Seeing achievements coming your way.
Yes.
Yes, well, my dear viewers, I think we are learning. I'm not thinking, I know we are learning at the moment. We are picking leaves. We are having change from within as the program says. Yes, so Mr. Male,
Yes, please.
now in your leadership journey,
Yes.
where do you see yourself after your time in the office at IUIU?
Yes.
So do you see yourself like in more leadership roles? Where do you project what is your trajectory in leadership?
My leadership dream is a very big one.
Yeah.
Is a very big one. But sometimes we hustle so much to describe things, but sometimes the more you are able to define something, the more wrong it is. For instance, if we are friends,
Yeah.
you and I, and I can tell you why you're my friend, then we are not friends.
Wait a minute. If we are friends, you and I,
Yes.
and I can tell you why you are my friend,
Yes.
that means that we are not friends, first of all.
Yes.
So please clearly elaborate.
Some
that.
things are beyond our human explanation. Because if I tell you we are friends because you drop me off at home,
After lectures.
what happens when the car breaks down? You get my point. So, anyway, that is a little insight that sometimes me as a person, I'm not afraid and stressed on defining my leadership, my leadership trajectory. But one thing I can tell you, it's a big one. It's a big one, and I count so much value in how I close each and every other day.
Oh, yes.
And as a man, to be honest, I have a very big dream,
Yeah.
but it is not of me to speak out something before it happens.
Yes.
And as a leader, as I speak here on a platform that is viewed by thousands of followers and viewers, who knows when I air out my plan, it could compromise. I don't know if it adds up on your side.
Yes, I can.
But we are looking at national politics right after this.
Exactly.
How we come in, we know. And we are only praying to God that as we plan, things fall as we plan for them.
Exactly.
Yes. But I can't really mention for strategic issues.
Yes.
For those who don't know, I can't mention that next year
Yes.
I'm looking at this for now. But you shouldn't be surprised if I'm the president a few years from now.
Exactly.
If I'm your MP a few years from now.
Exactly.
That is how big it is.
The dream is. Well, my esteemed viewers, you've heard from him. He's such a man of, he's a man of light. It's what I can express. It is the only word that I can use to tell this man, Mr. MAALE NASWIBU. As you've heard, is the Guild President number.
I am the 21st.
The 21st Guild President of
IUIU.
IUIU. That's Islamic
Kampala
University
campus.
in Uganda, Kampala campus. So, Mr. MAALE, do you have any last words for my dear viewers?
To the dear viewers out there, my closing remarks could be that there are so many things we know.
Yeah.
Because, lucky enough, Ugandans have adopted the habit of reading for starters. And I believe there are so many things we know. But I've come to realize not until we start believing in that we know, for it to change our lives, all that we know is useless. So we should appreciate that we know and then elevate to another level of believing in what we know.
Exactly.
Only then, after you've believed in that you know, it is then that it can change your life.
Exactly.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you so much. It has been a great honor to have you.
Pleasure as well.
It has been a great honor to have you. How I pray and how I hope that we have more and more of this, because life, your tongue is speaking life, honestly.
Thank you very much.
Your tongue is speaking life. And to my dear viewers, I would like to thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for keeping it locked, and thank you so much for being on this episode. I know that you've learned something. You've learned something about yourself, and I know that you've also taken some homework of things that you're going to do so as to boost your confidence, so as to elevate your life from one confidence level to another. Yes, please don't forget to subscribe. Those who are new, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to comment, to like, and keep sharing this podcast, The Change Within. Yes, till next time, I have been your host,